Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be reviewing a GX550 Overtrail. This is the quote-unquote base Overtrail. This is, in my opinion, the best new SUV that money can buy in 2025. We've got some updates for the Overtrail version and just everything that this offers. I just don't see why you buy anything else. Before we get into the video, huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Lexus here in Murray for giving me some time with this GX. Link to their website in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 3.4-liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 15 around town, 21 on the highway. Power outputs are 349 horsepower and then 479 pound-feet of torque. Now, I know a lot of people are going to comment that, well, the turbo V6s from Toyota are blowing up. I've actually talked to quite a few people about this whole engine situation, and it actually affects less than 1% of the turbo V6s. Just to give you guys an idea, a lot of other manufacturers, when they have engines fail, it'll be like a 2, 3, 4% fail rate, less than 1%. So this is also detuned. I don't think you're going to have issues. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So you notice the super boxy roofline with the GX. It shares that with its Land Cruiser sibling. And then it actually has this section painted on the GX, so it looks a little bit more premium. You can see the hood's raised on either side. But once you pop down below, you've got the Lexus headlights. You got the fog lights here at the bottom, and this is probably the best Lexus SUV front grille because it's big, but it's not nearly as big as something like an LX, for example. And then the Overtrail does give you underbody protection as well. And I do want to mention, even though we're reviewing a stock vehicle, there are companies that now have aftermarket bumpers for this, like Descent Off-Road. And so if you are worried about the approach angle, well, there's finally a fix from it. It's obviously not factory, but there is a fix. Now, our entire wheel setup is 265 by 70 by 18. Toyota calls this a 33. It's really a 32 and some change, but I guess we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, a lot of people have been asking about the lift here because they did lift this by about an inch. If we actually look at the suspension, my guess is they're probably just using slightly larger springs. Again, if you lift an independent suspension vehicle less than 2 inches, again, this is just an inch, it doesn't really cause any problems with the driving or anything like that. It's super common. I mean, you look at Land Cruisers, they do that all the time. But it does give you a slightly higher ride height. I don't think it really gives you more tire clearance. You could already fit, from my understanding, 35s without lifting this from the factory. Now, those would be very tight. What most people are doing is 33s, true 33s, or 34-inch tall tires. I think 34 is probably going to be the sweet spot in terms of clearance. And then also fuel economy with this, because fuel range, right, that's going to be important. Anywho, we've got rock rails from the factory with this one. You can see all the cladding there at the bottom. And the GX, just like the Land Cruiser sibling, has a cool boxy side profile. Now, this does come with Lexus's key fob, which has lock and unlock opening for the trunk. Kind of has a nice look and feel to it. Now, this is something that's a huge benefit of the GX over its Land Cruiser sibling. That's the fact that it's not a hybrid, so you've got much more space here in the back in terms of vertical space. Now, this new GX does come with an air compressor with the Overtrail and the Overtrail Plus, which is definitely a nice bit of kit. But yeah, the vertical space back here is quite impressive. It's actually very similar to like a 200 series Land Cruiser. So just to give you guys an idea. And then with the hatch, let's see, power, the lowering function. And then the GX has this cool light bar. Now, this one has the blacked out badges, which I definitely recommend getting them. They look a lot better. And then the rear glass does pop open, so you can easily throw stuff in. You can tell that they definitely built this out with people actually overlanding and off-roading and everything. Parking sensors there at the rear, and again, there's aftermarket bumpers for this now, which definitely helps out, because something else to note with this is it does store the spare tire underneath, which it doesn't really get in the departure too much because you can see the exhaust tip's going to hit probably before the spare tire hits. But being able to move that up on the car is a big benefit in my opinion. And then this leads us into the passenger cabin. So with the GX, you can see really nice trim down below as well. I love the green here that goes across. And then this is soft touch. And the reason they do this trim is this isn't going to crinkle or anything over time. Longevity is something that's kept in mind. And this one has the, I think these are champagne, if I remember right, for the seat coloration. It's a lighter color. Now, legroom is pretty similar actually to a 200 series Land Cruiser. So it's a little bit tighter. Again, the body and frame construction is going to push everything up. You do have vents here in the back, USB ports as well. And with that 1-inch lift, you're going to have to be using the grab handle because the vehicle does sit higher, and so you do have to kind of jump up more into it. Now popping up front, we've got more of that kind of like durable soft touch up top. You can see the fancier soft touch down below. I like the finish of the window controls, and the green there in the back's cool. The mirrors power fold in. They have blind spot ring, and they're squares. 1545 is the payload capacity. Now this weighs about 5,600 pounds in terms of total vehicle weight, so it's actually lighter than a 250 Land Cruiser. And here's the front seat. If you guys are wanting a big comparing to 200 series, this weighs about 400 pounds less. 200 series weighs 6,000 pounds. Got your memory seats here, power adjustment for the steering wheel. You've got the new aux switches with the regular GX550 Overtrail. And let's start her up. Lexus logo front and center. We've got paddle shifters actually on the back of the steering wheel, a little bit of a sporty thing. We also have our controls for the adaptive cruise control with lane centering, volume and voice command controls on the other side. And then you guys can see here with the stalks there on the back. Also want to mention, just nice trim with the steering wheel in general. And then this leads us into the center gauge cluster, which is fully digital. You can change the theme on the gauge cluster. It will also display the drive modes. This has a bunch of different modes for on-road use because the GX is supposed to be a very multi-purpose type vehicle. Now this has the 360 camera system that fills in underneath the vehicle, which is definitely a nice feature for both on-road and off-road use. Great resolution with it too. Now we've got heated and ventilated seat controls here at the very bottom of the screen, but then the top is just normal modern Toyota infotainment system, so it's quick to respond. And then you do have the little climate controls built into the screen there as well. Now this does come with our drive mode select that you can also shift to be the multi-terrain crawl control. You got your stability and tow haul mode, and then you got a little 12 volt there. Nice shifter here. Got your parking brake and your auto hold. And then we have our little change to the four-wheel drive low. This is a full-time four-wheel drive system. It has a center and a rear differential lock, no front diff lock. If you want to get that, you got to spend 116 grand on an Overtrail LX. Got this little cover for the cup holders. Phone charging pad, wireless. And this has the cool box as well. More nice trim here on the top. And yeah, I forgot this has the green there on the side of the seat too, which is kind of cool. And then you got nice trim here on the dash. And then this does come with a center as well. And because of the boxy design, the space in here headroom-wise is good. So there's quite a bit of glare, but this is just a regular GX550 Overtrail. It has a few options added, like the phone charging pad, heads-up display, cool box, tonneau cover. You've got the black badges, rock rails. Total MSRP on this is $76,844, which is quite a bit less than the Overtrail Plus that we reviewed that was like $85,000. I think this is the way to go with the Lexus GX. And here's why I think this is the way to go with the Lexus GX. This is the package that has the EKDSS. The Overtrail Plus has it as well, but like I said, it's significantly more expensive. EKDSS is what really makes the new GX the new GX. It not only helps out with the handling, the comfort that it provides over bumps and off-road is actually very impressive, and so it's a great system. It helps out with articulation, and this is something that I want to close the video with. The new GX is such a good multi-purpose vehicle. When it comes to towing, I mean, this thing can tow quite a bit. I think it's like 9,000 pounds, 8,000, 9,000 pounds for the max towing capacity. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember exactly. So it can tow quite a bit. It's got solid payload. Again, 1,500 pounds of payload, so you can add plenty of accessories to it. It's a very comfortable daily driver. I mean, full-on luxury interior, heated and ventilated seats, tons of space. It can be a family car. And when it comes to off-road capability, I have quite a bit of experience with the new Toyotas. This thing can crawl up stuff that a Wrangler can crawl up. Jeep people, they can't handle the truth. Jeep people are going to claim that this won't be able to handle stuff that a Wrangler can handle, but with proper bumpers, this could do some pretty crazy stuff. And again, you can stuff 35-inch tall tires underneath if you want without a lift. And so the capability and utility of the new GX is just phenomenal. I don't think there's any other SUV on the market that offers quite what this offers. Again, it's a luxury car, it's a tow rig, it's a family car, and it is a very, very capable off-roader. So yeah, you got to get on a wait list to get one because everyone wants one, but I actually think that it is definitely worth it if it fits within your budget. And like I said, just get the regular Overtrail with the cool box. it has all the options you need. And the sunroof, I mean, if you want to save yourself some money, you can delete it and save yourself a little bit. So let me know you guys think about the new GX. And by the way, that's not from the car. Well, it's snow that's on the car, just so you guys know. Let me know you guys think about the new GX550 Overtrail, but I think this is the best SUV to buy in 2025 if you don't need a third row, which most people in the US don't because people don't have kids anymore. See ya.